Hello, thank you. Hello, thank you for the opportunity to be here. My name is Kemble White, K-E-M-B-L-E-W-H-I-T-E. I'm a scientist with SWCA Environmental Consultants. I've been working with Williamson County since about 2008 on the development of their regional habitat conservation plan, and more recently on salamanders. We're part of a team of researchers, including Southwestern University and others, that have been looking into, over the last year, pretty intensely, what is the status of these salamanders in Williamson County. With the beginning of the RHCP, Williamson County and the Williamson County Conservation Foundation started conducting research on the Eurycea of the Northern Edwards.
What? I'm sorry.
The Eurycea is the genus, E-U-R-Y-C-E-A. Those studies began with basic population monitoring of the Georgetown salamander at two sites near Lake Georgetown. More recently, it expanded to include water quality testing in the range of both the Georgetown and the Jollyville Plateau salamander. And as was alluded to by some other speakers, I think that program of research will be expanded quite a bit in the next couple of years. In short, our data, which will be delivered during the public comment period, I'm just giving a short summary of it today, but in short, our data indicate that the salamander populations in Williamson County are stable, healthy, resilient, and that the water quality remains excellent. The proposed rule leans almost entirely on data generated by the city of Austin on Jollyville Plateau salamanders, in concluding that the salamander populations are declining throughout the Northern Edwards Aquifer. Those data cover springs only in a small portion of the Northern Edwards Aquifer, and includes sites that are surrounded by decades-old development without the water quality controls that are required by new development in Williamson County. The City of Austin data set relied upon in the proposed rule, by its nature, has very little statistical power, and that will be delved into deeply in our written comments. The researchers working with these salamanders are in a phase right now of trial and error. There is no book to pull off the shelf to tell you how to study these salamanders. This is not just our opinion, but if you look at a very recent master's thesis by a woman named Liu at the University of Texas, there's a pretty serious discussion of data quality issues. In short, though, the City of Austin and later the Fish and Wildlife Service in the proposed rule concluded that populations in the urban watersheds are declining while populations in undeveloped watersheds are stable. In fact, when you look at those populations, they seem to be all declining. And our analysis indicates that this decline really is probably more likely a natural response to a change in climate, where the first half of their study period saw actually 128% above the normal amount of rainfall, and the last half of the data set saw the 5 years of drought that we've seen recently, punctuated by major floods.
Mr. White, please wrap up.
I will. So, these species adapted to extremes in weather conditions over millions of years, and they've developed a resilience that's allowed them to persist even in the face of mega droughts that we've not seen, droughts that are in the climate record going back several thousand years. That resilience has been overlooked, and something that's underplayed, I think, in the proposed rule is the amount of conservation out there right now. There are, most of the known locations, in fact, for the Jollyville Plateau salamander are already protected within the Balcones Canyonlands preserves or other setbacks.
Thank you, Mr. White. Would you please submit the rest of your comments for us?
We will.
And we'll move forward to the record. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to welcome